Hello Wolfpack, I'm making another video on Letsgo Finance and specifically Ego Token, but Letsgo Finance as a whole. I've done a video of Letsgo Finance in the past a few weeks ago. The token's fairly new, the project itself is fairly new as well. And it came onto the market in early September. I did a video outlining the fundamentals quite clearly, so if you want a full analysis of the fundamentals, make sure to check out that video. I'm not going to be doing a full analysis again, but I'll briefly explain to you what it's about, and I want to go into some of the progression that's being made, not only in terms of the price, but in terms of how the project is developing. We've got an unofficial roadmap that was posted in the Telegram group. Obviously those dates are not going to be confirmed, but it is an unofficial roadmap that's giving us a little bit of an insight of what's to come in the coming weeks. We've also got a promotional campaign coming out in the next week or two as well, in which I've been speaking to some of the team members, and they're filming an advertisement right now, which will be circulating social media very shortly. So great stuff to hear, especially from a coin that is this, not very well known, I guess you could say. I mean, if you look at Letsgo right here, and this is the Ego token, which is their native token. And we'll look into the fundamentals in a second, but I just want to get through some of the stuff here. We'll look at this, and you can see it's pretty. I mean, what can you say about that? The market cap is too small as of current to actually delve into the TA too much. But from what I've heard, from what the team members have been telling me, there's no actual market cap released right now, but we're assuming the market cap's around 1 million to 1.2 million. This diluted market cap, fully diluted market cap that says 111 million, that's incorrect. That would be assuming that all of the tokens are in circulation, which they're not. So we're just giving a rough estimate about a 1 million to 1.2 million market cap at current prices, which is tiny, absolutely tiny, right? So if you're going to invest in Ego, full disclosure, expect volatility. I think that volatility is going to be to the upside, but expect volatility, because 1 million in market cap is not a lot of money at all, right? It's basically nothing in terms of a larger scheme of things, but this project is brand new, and, so far it's performed greatly. I called this project out when it first came out. It was around 2 cents, and now it's at 11 cents. So we've got a gain there of around 500%, 600% for you guys. So I hope you guys jumped on that. If you haven't, that's okay. Do your own research, of course, and come to your own conclusions. But I'm pretty bullish on this one, and we've got. Just to give you an idea of how small this project actually is. And, this is not a good or bad thing. It just means that if you invest in it, you're going to be early, but you're also going to have to suffer some of the volatility. So just be wary of that. There's only 161 holders. So, absolutely not many people know about this token at all. And that's because the marketing campaign hasn't fully rolled out yet. But as I said, that's starting. We've actually got a YouTube stream. Now, they haven't announced which YouTuber it's going to be with, but they're doing a live stream with a YouTuber, I assume, of some sort of popularity on YouTube Live in the next 12 hours, and they're releasing that name very shortly. We've also got some sort of partnership. I'm not sure if it's a partnership or not, but we've got some sort of connection with Wendy O. Some of you people might know her. She's got 100,000 subscribers, and she does YouTube videos on crypto, and she did a video on Letsgo Finance about 2 weeks ago, which was nice to see as well. So we're definitely picking up, and I'll explain to you what this token, not what this token, but what this project actually is, Letsgo Finance. So Letsgo Finance, just briefly, is essentially, this is how I like to describe it at least, because I think this is the most appealing way to describe it. It's a Patreon alternative in which you can receive donations via staking. So instead of, and this is where I see its use case really shine. You see people, particularly crypto YouTubers and crypto influencers, who are completely anti-fiat currency. They hate the current monetary system, and then they go and accept fiat on Patreon through Patreon, which is heavily involved in the central bank system, through PayPal and through banks and stuff like that. It's a bit hypocritical, and I don't blame those YouTubers and I don't blame those influencers, and I'd probably do it myself if the time came, to be honest with you, but I think that it would be great, and this is what Letsgo offers, if we had an alternative that is based around cryptocurrency, in which you receive those donations not only in cryptocurrency, but you can stake with your favorite influencers and allocate a percentage of your rewards to that influencer as a donation. So you're donating to them without actually giving them your money, right? You're making money with your favorite influencer, charity, church, musician, whoever it may be that's signed up to Let's Go. So it's not actually an outright donation. So if I'm on Patreon and I, say I'm going to donate to Wolves of Crypto on Patreon, I don't have a Patreon account, but just hypothetically, and I give him, $10 a month, right? That's $10 that I'm never going to see again. Yes, I'm supporting his channel for sure, 100%. That's all good. But if I stake with him on Let's Go Finance, I can allocate, anywhere from 10 to 90% of my staking rewards to donate to him and get the rest. So I'm not actually giving away money or losing money in any sense when I donate to him. I'm just allocating a percentage of my gains to him. And I'm actually making money myself as well. So I think that it is the superior way to donate. I 100% believe it's the superior way to donate. I think it's, it suits particularly in the crypto space. It's not only for people who are involved in the cryptocurrency space, but particularly for crypto influencers, it makes more sense than Patreon. And, we have things on Let's Go Finance. If we go to Egomania, this is the CEO essentially, we have things like blog posts, right? So in the same way on Patreon, you might be thinking Patreon has paid exclusive content. That's the same thing with Let's Go Finance, right? So if you stake a certain amount of tokens with a certain person or influencer, they can release blog posts, which acts in the same way as exclusive content. So if I wanted to start for example, if Wolves of Crypto wanted to start a newsletter on Let's Go Finance, you would have to stake a certain predetermined amount of tokens in order to access that newsletter. So it works in the same way. But the difference is you're not actually directly giving money to that person. You're just staking with them and earning money with them, right? So it's way more logical in my opinion. It makes more sense. And it's actually more beneficial in terms of building communities. Now, one of the reasons I like Let's Go Finance as well, guys, is because Let's Go Finance naturally encourages, it self-advertises itself very naturally, because if I am Wolves of Crypto, right, and I am Wolves of Crypto, of course, not if I'm Wolves of Crypto, but me as Wolves of Crypto, right, if you guys come and stake with me, right, I'm not saying you have to do that, but it'd be great if you did. If you guys come and staked with me, as an influencer, and I'm, earning rewards from that staking. You guys are earning rewards from that staking. I'm creating, content that I post in my, paid kind of blog here down below in Let's Go Finance. It's incentive for me to advertise this thing further. And so if other bigger influencers get involved in this, it's incentive for them to self-advertise Let's Go Finance, and Let's Go Finance as a team, as a, product itself, doesn't actually need to do much marketing. It needs to give that little first kick, right? Get it out into the space, and then it will self-advertise itself. And the ultimate goal is it will spin into being one of the biggest projects out there, and certainly one of the biggest donation projects out there, directly competing with Patreon, or even working together with Patreon. I mean, they've said that on multiple occasions, but I think it has massive potential, right? Massive potential. I don't see, what the problems with this use case are. And, I want to bring up this unofficial roadmap we've got here, because I just have this on Snipping Tool because I have the actual Telegram chat up, but I don't want to expose any of my personal information, so I'm not going to be bringing that up right now. But I have this Snipping Tool, this cutout from the Telegram chat, in which they released an unofficial roadmap. Now, what we have on this roadmap, we have a few interesting things. We have one-time donations. So if you wanted to say you didn't want to stake with me, right? You didn't want to earn rewards for yourself and delegate a certain amount of those rewards to me. You can make a one-time donation in the same way. It's basically just charity, right? You're just basically sending me money, right? That's kind of, it's good to have, but the whole purpose of Let's Go Finance is for staking rewards. So, but anyway, that's good to have regardless if you wanted to give, one-time donations to those people. So we can see that, and I'll just fix this up shortly. Here we go. We have a paywall feature that's coming out in a week here, as you can see, and this is the feature in which you have to stake a certain amount of tokens to access the blog feature, in which you make community posts. So in the same way that Patreon has paid content, you have to pay a certain amount of money to see certain content, such as newsletters. This is coming out shortly, where you have to stake a certain amount of ego tokens in order to see the exclusive content there. We have the BNB pool coming in, so you'll be able to stake BNB very shortly. I'll show you what's available right now. What's available right now is Ego, which is the native token, Cake, USDT, USDC, and BUSD. And I will say quickly as well The reason why these rewards are so high right now, and they might seem very high to you, especially for stablecoins, is because not many people are involved in the project yet. As more people stake, those rewards will come down. In fact, Ego started at 550% APY, so there is incentive for you guys to get in early. The earlier you get in, the higher your staking rewards will be until more people get into the project. So if we go back to the snipping tool here, we can see social NFTs. Now this is a kind of big thing as well, and we'll come back to that in a second. We have Polygon and ETH integration. So we've got BNB, Polygon, and ETH coming into this, as well as Cake and the stable coins that are coming in. So obviously massive, potential customer base coming in through all of the communities of these tokens. These are really big coins here. We've got social tokens, which I want to speak about for a second. And essentially what a social token is, and I think this is great, right? I think this is awesome. A social token, so say I'm using myself as an example in all of this because I don't really have a better example to use, but if I wanted to create a social token, what a social token actually is I would be speaking to the Letsgo Finance team, and I'd say, I want to create a Wolves of Crypto token, right? A Wolves of Crypto coin with its own tokenomics, its own price, etc. And I want to make it available for staking on Letsgo Finance. So I would have, I'd make my own coin, Wolves of Crypto coin, and I'd have it here, available for staking at a certain predetermined APY. And then you guys can stake the social token, which is essentially our community coin, on my profile here, and we can earn rewards together in that community coin. So that's great, right? That's awesome. And then the same thing with social NFTs. It's pretty self-explanatory. And past that, there's obviously going to be more integrations in the future, but, these are the key integrations, and all of these are going to be coming. We've got BNB pool coming in 2 weeks, the paywall coming in 1 week, first one-time donations, stat tracking like GoFundMe, right? So that's interesting as well. That's within 7 days. We've got that YouTube live stream today. We've got partnerships on the way. We've got the advertisement next week. We've got a lot coming out, and so far we haven't had anything come out, and look what the price has done, right? We've got, all we need to do on Letsgo Finance, and all the community needs to do, is get the word out just a little bit, and then it will start that natural self-advertising process. We've got, and we've got a few, I keep saying we as if I'm involved in the project. I'm in no way affiliated with Letsgo Finance. I'm simply an investor who likes the project, all right? I want you to make that very clear. I'm not affiliated with these guys at all. I'm simply an investor who likes the project. I'm not sponsored by them, nothing, okay? I just like the use case. I just want to make that very clear. But we have a few, people here as well that you might recognize. Chance Lunsford. We've got Dub Digital. He's a crypto YouTuber. He does WAN chain videos. I like him a lot. So we've got a few people here. Roger Stone, he's pretty famous in America. He's had some controversy around him recently. And we've got also a few Elon Trades. I know Elon Trades. He's a pretty big Twitter person. We've got, a few people here. We've got charities as well. You notice Country Development Foundation here. It's a Ukrainian foundation. And we've, so it's not just crypto people. Patriot J, he's a hip-hop artist. So it's not just crypto people, it's politicians, it's musicians, it's whatever, right? It's everyone who's interested in this project. So and the good thing about Letsgo Finance, and the CEO has used this example a lot of times, is I get to choose what coins I make available for staking, right? So if I don't like Cake, I don't like Cake as a coin, on my profile, I can delete that, and then you guys won't be able to stake Cake off me, right? So I can delete Cake, you guys won't be able to stake it with me on my profile, but if I like certain coins, I'm going to add them. And the same thing with social tokens. When social tokens come out, say, for example, this is the example the CEO uses a lot, but say you're a church organization, a Christian organization, right? And you've got a social token for your organization. It's a Christian token, and then you want to not add atheist tokens to your Letsgo Finance profile. You can do that. You can choose to unselect that so people can't stake atheist tokens with you, right? So it might sound ridiculous, but that's what it kind of aims to be. It aims to be a massive community, and communities within communities and within communities. I think it's great. I think it's cool. It's got 3 audits. Here we go. Quill Audit, Solidity Finance, and Certex coming soon. So 3 audits, 3 security audits, pretty safe. And here's kind of what you'll see when you're staking. So you'll go to my profile, or whoever's profile you want to stake with. You can start your own profile, whatever you want to do. And you can, in this case, USDT, so you can use this slider here to stake, it has here on this photo here, the predetermined photo, 50% rewards going to you and 50% rewards going to the artist as no donation. That can be as little as 10% going to you and 90% going to them. So you're making money regardless, right? You're staking, you're making money regardless, and you can allocate how much of that you want to donate. So I think it's great, right? I think it's great. We've got a few featured artists here. You guys might know some of these people that are involved with the project. They're all verified as well. We've got actually Toby Turner, which is very interesting. He's verified. He actually hasn't, made any posts about this project or anything like that, but he is verified, so he has seen it, and that's interesting to see. As you can see, we've got BNB, Ethereum, and Matic. I should call it Polygon. I'm behind the times there. Polygon coming soon to Letsgo Finance. I've got a roadmap here as well that we just went over. So, I think the takeaway from this video should be that, this project's potentially promising, and it's not just it's not just a random shitcoin you find on, PooCoin or, PancakeSwap. Because all of those coins have no use cases, right? Even SafeMoon, for example, it's literally got no utility at all. And, you can say, oh, they're a decentralized exchange, but no, they're not. Okay, they're not. They're just a hype coin, right? This is not a hype coin because this has an actual use case, right? It's been built to, as you can see, solving the problem of financial blacklisting, right? It's been built for a reason. All right, there's been actual work put into it. It's gone 3 audits. The CEO has been doing conferences in certain places in the US. There's a team behind. It's transparent. It's got its own goal. It's got a light paper. Got a roadmap. And most importantly, said it before, say it again. The use case is great. I think the use case is great. So let me know what you guys think about this coin, right? Because I'm very interested. I want to go into coin market cap before I end the video. I said that the market cap should be around 1 to 1.2 million. So this would put Ego, right? So this is for the Ego native token, the market cap, right? Would put it at around 1,600 on coin market cap, right? So very, very, very small cap, right? And then we go and we can see that in order for this coin, and this is obviously just speculation, just a bit of moon boy hype we've got going on here, but in order for this coin to reach the top 100, it would have to go up 838 times in value from current prices. I think it deserves to be there, right? I think it deserves to be there. I'm not saying it's going to get there. In fact, I'd say, and no offense to the Let's Go community, but I'd say it's unlikely, right? I know there's a lot of great projects out there that don't reach the top 100, but what I will say, even though it's unlikely for it to reach the top 100, I will say that's unlikely. But what I will say is that I'm very confident in the fact that it's going to go up substantially. And I think with coins that are this small, right, tiny market cap, this small, I think that even 100x's is not out of the question at all. Especially if you got in when I first told you guys about this token at 2 cents. 100x from 2 cents is, that's only $2, right? We're already at 11 cents, right? And we've only got 168 orders, right? 100x is not out of the question at all, all right? So I like this not only for the price, not only for the upside, but for the product. I think it's got an actual use case, and I like tokens with use cases. You know how I am. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.